clients that we work with, Paul the Plumber, was able to almost double their lead flow while actually reducing their cost per lead. And I'm going to go deep on this. I'm not just going to kind of surface level, hear the stats. I'm going to pull up their website. I'm going to show you kind of the tweaks that we made with the website itself, the on-page optimization, the off-page optimization, what we did with the paid search strategy, especially as it relates to Google ads and local service ads, and some tweaks we made to the landing pages and the tracking mechanisms to get that kind of outcome. And it's been a pretty significant shift in lead flow. They actually have more than doubled the revenue over the last 2 years. So if that sounds good, hang in. This is going to be a very interesting and applicable session. Ideally, you'll be able to take these ideas and strategies and kind of cross leverage them into your home service business. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to pull up some slides to kind of show you some of the key stats, and then we're going to go deep into the website strategy and the online marketing strategy itself. So the client is Paul the Plumber. They're based in Darby, New Hampshire. They're a full-service plumbing, HVAC, home service company. They started obviously doing plumbing, and they've expanded into a lot of the HVAC-related services. I'm really going to unpack how they went from 285 leads per month, which for most home service companies is pretty solid. Like if you can generate 200 plus leads per month via the internet, you're doing great, right? That's great lead flow. You can dispatch the trucks and keep things busy. But we were able to increase that lead flow over the last year. We're just looking at over a 1-year window from 285 leads to 468 leads per month. And they're averaging over 460 or so leads per month at this point pretty consistently, while at the same time reducing their average cost per lead from $36.74 to just $20.48, right? And I'm going to show you the blend of services, paid search, organic search, branded search, that helped us to get that average cost per lead to that level at that volume. Because sometimes it's like, yeah, I can get $20 leads in a lot of places, but to get it on scale and to have a little knob that you can turn and say, hey, I want more. Oftentimes, as you increase your volume, the cost per lead goes up commensurately, right? And so what we've been able to do in this case, and what we're going to show you, is how we were able to increase that volume while keeping the average cost per lead at bay. So I'm just going to show you some screenshots. This is our tracking mechanism. This is just kind of validate. We track this stuff to the nth degree, right? Anybody that's handling your internet marketing, that's talking to SEO, pay-per-click, social media, Facebook ads, that can't tell you exactly, all right, this is how much you spent, this is how many leads you generated, this is what we're projecting your return on investment to be, isn't doing great by you, right? And so you want to make sure you know these metrics and you can clearly state, here's what I spent, here's how many leads we got, here's how much money we're actually making. And with that kind of data, you can make decisions, right? You can ratchet up, you can ratchet down, you can shift, you can pivot. And so this is the dashboard we have in place. We always try and make it as simple as possible. How much did we spend? Right here in the middle, $9,583. How many leads did we generate? 468. And what was our average cost per lead? $20.48. And of course, we're tracking kind of the sources of these leads. So 141 came from organic. It's people that searched whatever the keywords were and found them. I'm going to walk through some of the keywords that we're targeting for them that they rank really well for that drive that. 119 came from paid search. So that's primarily coming up on Google ads and showing up above the fold, showing up on Bing search. And then 208 from the Google map, right? So I guess as you can see here, a large quantity of these leads came from organic, non-paid sources, which is pretty important to be aware of, because a lot of people think, you know what, the search results have changed. Google has moved paid search down, organic search down, and so I shouldn't even pay attention to organic. Well, the fact is, you can see right there, the reason the average cost per lead is what it is because we're able to target and get really low cost, high quality organic leads in combination with paid search leads. So this is September 1st through the 30th of this past month. You can see that right here in the tracking. I just want to show you, if we kind of look at last year around this same time, they had 285 leads on a $10,000 spend, average of $36 per lead. When I can tell you, in plumbing, HVAC, home services, as you kind of look at your metrics, it's not uncommon to be in the $30 to $50 per lead for plumbing and HVAC. And depending upon how heavily weighted you are towards paid search exclusively, we can see that in the $90 to $125 per lead range. And that's why I'm going to explain why I believe it's in your best interest to have a diversified strategy where you're tapping into organic, you're tapping into local service ads, you're tapping into some paper lead services, you're tapping into some directory-based search volume. That way you can diversify, find the leads that generate the lowest cost per lead, but also convert at the highest level into booked jobs and to dispatched revenue. So would love to, if you're watching this with me live, would love to kind of hear from you in comments. Is it helpful to see some real data and some real numbers here? I'm going to dive into the strategy here in a minute, but ultimately what we were able to do was update their website. Right? They had a little bit of an outdated website. We needed to refresh it. We needed to bring it up to speed. We updated it, and it's built to convert. I'm going to show you what we did on the website and things you can do on your website to really maximize conversion rates. Fact is, you can drive lots of traffic, but if that traffic doesn't convert to people that pick up the phone and call, or people that start a chat, or people that book in service calls, it's a waste of money, right? So you want to make sure you've really maximized the conversion elements on your website so that you can convert the traffic you get as highly as possible. And we're always shooting for north of 20% of the visitors. So out of every 10 people, we should get 20 leads. And of course, I'm going to show you we've actually gone well beyond that, but 20% is a good barometer to shoot for traffic to the site. Because once you're at 20% or more, then you can say, okay, how do we drive more traffic? How do we tap into other traffic sources to maximize our lead flow? Proactive SEO work. You'll see we've really built out this website with pages for each of the services, pages for each of the cities, a diversified content strategy, as well as a strategy to build authority, right? To build inbound links, to build citations, to build the authority so that Google serves this website high in search results. And I'll show you, where they're coming up. We're talking about hundreds of leads per month directly from organic. Google Maps optimization, making sure that we're properly optimized. We've got great online reviews that were claimed in the proper categories, and we come up well in Google Local Maps. The other part of it is local service ads. You'll see they're playing pretty aggressively in Google Local Services, generating great results from that. We don't even track that on this dashboard. The numbers are even higher if you look at the amount of leads generated and converted from local service ads. Strategic pay-per-click, this is one of the things we tweaked in terms of the landing pages, in terms of the copy, in terms of the ad groups that we were targeting to really increase that lead flow and reduce the average cost per lead. And of course, precision tracking, making sure we've got all of this tracked so we know where the leads are coming from. Where do we need to double down? Where do we need to apply more focus? Where do we need to put more attention? So let's look at their strategy. Let's look at their website. Kind of chime in with me if you happen to be watching this live. Chime in with me. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if it's useful to kind of look at some live examples here and kind of dive deep into this case study. So we updated their website recently to really bring it to the latest standards and what we feel works best from a conversion perspective. And so I'm looking at this website on a desktop right now. As you can see, it's a really pretty website, right? They've got good branding. We've got some multimedia going on, like the truck pulling up, picture of the technician shaking the hands. We find personality and authenticity goes an extremely long way. But if you're going to do this type of work, if you're going to create this type of video content, you have to understand load speed is mission critical. Mission critical. And so we had to really compress this video file in a way that it still looks good, but so that it also loads extremely fast. And if you look at this on GT Metrics, probably should have run this report prior. You'll see it loads extremely quickly. It's got green on GT Metrics. And we've done a lot of work to optimize for load speed because that impacts our SEO results, and it also impacts our conversion rates. Like if somebody gets to your site and they got to wait around 10, 15 seconds, they're out, right? They're going to the next plumbing or HVAC company. The other thing that's really important to think about, and I'm going to show you all the cool things on this website and how fancy it is and why it really converts well. You also have to recognize the lion's share of your traffic is going to get to the site from a mobile device, right? So that's also really important, is to make sure you've thought through how does this show up on a mobile phone. So I'm just gonna pull this up for you and kind of show you. You can see it. It kind of lowers itself down to the key elements somebody would want to see when they're on their mobile phone, right? It speaks to why somebody should choose them versus the competition. Satisfaction guaranteed, fast turnaround time, financing options, 2-year parts, service, and labor, schedule service, which actually pulls right into Service Titan from the mobile device and from the desktop, or text us. And I've said this once, I've said it 1,000 times, there's been a massive shift from people wanting to engage by picking up the phone with your plumbing or HVAC business to wanting to engage via two-way text message. And so you can see we're leading with that two-way text message as a mechanism to really start the communication flow. And obviously that has a big impact on our conversion rates. So, I mean, this is the website. We've got a great book if you haven't seen it, How to Triple Your Sales by Getting Your Internet Marketing Right for Plumbing and HVAC Contractors. I unpack how to set up the website, how to optimize it for search, the key things that really make this type of website perform as well as it does. But if we kind of scroll down, you can see lots of good content on the page, which of course helps from an SEO perspective, talking about online reviews and sharing what other people are saying about them. Speaking not just to the services, and this is what I look at plumbing HVAC company websites, oftentimes you want to talk about your trenchless sewer equipment and you want to talk about all of the fancy technology. The fact is your customer doesn't care. All they care about is, are they going to answer my phone? Can they get somebody out today or tomorrow to get this off my mind? Are they going to be fair with their price? So if you can speak to their psychological triggers, you're going to convert better, right? So full transparency, honest recommendations, no mess left behind, peace of mind, speaking to the reasons why, what's in it for me, to the customer. We've done that throughout all of the content on this website. Giving a special offer incentive for somebody to contact them and do business with them right away. This website converts really well. I'll show the exact metrics. Again, phone number in the top right-hand corner. Easy options to schedule a service call, as well as the ability to engage in a quick two-way text message plays a really strong role in how well this website converts. Now, the other aspect, though, is how do we make sure it's showing up when people are looking, right? And so I'm just going to show you what we do with our plumbing HVAC websites for the clients we serve is we go deep. Like, we're not just talking plumbing, HVAC, heating. We've got pages for each of the different services. So a page for the drain cleaning service, right? And it's speaking to dairy drain cleaning service, trusted clogged drain repair services in dairy. And speaking again to, like, if you've got a clogged drain, we're your company. We're in your area. We can serve you. And so we do this to solve the problem for the customer, right? They've got a clogged drain or they've got a drain cleaning problem. We want a page that says, we do this, we can solve the problem, and here's why you should choose us. But we also do it for the search engines. Right? This page has, and I'll show you the stack of pages on the site. This site has 60 plus pages for the main services, pages for the cities and services that they go into. And the reason we do that is so that we can come up in Google search when someone types in their city plumber, their city plumbing, their city drain cleaning, their city water heater repair, and everything in between. And so I'm just going to show a couple of search results here. Like if we type in Derry, New Hampshire drain cleaning, you can see they're playing in local service ads. They're up here on Google Maps with over 888 reviews, and they come up really well organically. If we type in Derry, New Hampshire plumber, right? Local service ads, Google Maps, #1 in the organic results. I could run 19 or 20 searches. I would recommend, if you want to kind of vet this out, do the research and look at it. We use a tool to help us track where our clients rank, and you can see there's over 168 keywords that they're pretty much in a dominant position for. From dairy heater installation, dairy sewer repair, water heater repair if you search just from their local area, dairy humidifier installation, and the list goes on and on. And so when we look at those hundreds of calls being generated every single month via organic search, that's a big driver of that. And one of the things we do when we kind of map out our client strategy, and we kind of map out what are the main services they provide, what's the search volume associated with those, what's the service area that they target. Okay, that being the case, what pages do we need to generate? And how do we want to optimize the URL structure? How do we want to optimize the title tags? How do we want to kind of set up our keyword density? How often we need to reference those keywords throughout? And just kind of showing you behind the curtain, like we run one of these for each one of our clients. So you can see like these are the pages within plumbing that we set up, right? Gas line repair, drain cleaning, hydrojetting, and then how do we set up the title tag for that? How many characters do we want in that title tag to stay within constraints? And then we've researched ad nauseum, if we're going to have secondary locations, which ones do we want to target? What's the population? What's the household income? We don't want to create city pages just for the sake of having pages for those surrounding towns. We want to make sure that the demographics make sense, that there's enough people and there's also enough search volume to justify the investment of energy to get that in place. And so I thought that would be interesting to just kind of walk you through that process and kind of some of the things we put in place to map out what are we going to do on the website itself, what content do we have to create, and then put it into a tracking mechanism like this so we can really see how are they doing, right? Are they moving up in the results? Which keywords are they deficient for? And really SEO, getting ranked organically and on the Google Maps, as I talk about it on my webinars and I've explained in depth in this book, a small portion of it is the on-page stuff. A big portion of it is the off-page stuff. It's the links pointing back to the website. It's the citations. It's the references of that company across the internet. And by creating great content and kind of setting up the website the way that we have, we've been able to position them as the most dominant website on the internet in their service area for these particular services. And so that's the organic side of the equation. As you can see, they rank really well organically. They rank really well in the Google Maps. But the other side of the equation is paid search. I'm a big believer you want to have, again, a diversified online marketing strategy. And really it starts with a great website that's built to convert, that ranks where people are searching in the unpaid results. But then you put gasoline on that by driving paid traffic through Google Ads, through Bing Search, and then by putting a retargeting strategy in place so that the people that get to the website now are pixeled and they're going to start seeing your ads across Facebook and across the internet to bring them back, because we know not everybody picks up the phone and calls in or starts a chat or schedules an appointment right off the bat. So, if this is helpful, give me a yes, give me a thumbs up, post a comment if you're watching this after the fact somewhere. That's what we do from organic perspective. Let's talk a little bit about paid search, right? Because the reality is Google has moved paid results right below local service ads, and I think you want to be all in on local service ads. Set up the budget to the max, buy every single one of those leads you can for the time being. Right now, local service ads leads are extremely affordable and they're really high quality. If you've got a good service on the back end of your business, you're going to be fine. And they do really well with local service ads. And of course, we help to get the background checks done and get them set up and kind of manage that process to ensure the jobs are properly being allocated and everything's being taken care of on an ongoing basis. So some of the things we changed in our paid search strategy was to go from driving traffic to the website, right? Like, even though this is an amazing website and it actually converts extremely well, there's a play for organic traffic and a little bit different play for paid traffic. Like, if somebody paid to click on you, we want to put them in a narrow box. We want to give them one point of decision, which is to either call or text, and start the conversation, start the lead flow right from there. And so we transitioned to landing pages like this, and we've tested it multivariate, multiple different ways. Having a simple page like this, phone number in the top right-hand corner, clear call to action that's relevant to the keyword they typed, that's relevant to the ad that they saw, is helping us convert leads for Paul the Plumber in the 35 to 40% range from paid traffic. So they're just kind of giving you a little peek at the way we structure those landing pages. This is this particular month, just a couple of the text ads, right? We want different ads that speak to the specific things they typed in. So if they typed in water heater repair, we want something that speaks to water heaters. If they typed in plumbing, we want something that speaks to plumbing, and really make sure that it stands out with great copy that connects with them and kind of captures their attention, draws them to the page, and gets them to take the next action. And so this is just some of our top performing keywords and text ads for Paul the Plumber, who's of course the client that we're featuring on this particular case study. So that's the page strategy. That's the website strategy. I want to have you hear from Paul the Plumber, and been working with us for going on 2 years now. I just want to have you kind of hear from him what his experience has been in working with us. So I'm going to play this.
Hi, this is Mike with Paul the Plumber. We are a plumbing and HVAC company. We service the southern New Hampshire area. So I joined Paul the Plumber about 3 years ago. It's my dad's company. I came right on board after I graduated college, and marketing was going to be one of the things I was taking over. I saw our online presence and what our current company was doing. I thought SEO-wise we were very irrelevant, in our PPC I wasn't super happy with either. So we started the interview process and landed with Plumber SEO. So our experience with Plumber SEO so far has been awesome. We work with Allison. She's been great. Anytime we need anything, we can get in touch with her very easily, and she's very receptive to what we need and very quick to act on stuff that we need to, and we're in constant contact, so that's awesome. And we've gotten busier. We've gotten bigger. We've almost doubled revenue in the past few years since we made the switch. And a lot of that's attributed to more phone calls, and a lot of that has come from what you guys have done at Plumber SEO. So the impact, like I said in the last video, we've doubled revenue in the past few years since we joined with Plumber SEO. Our online presence is a lot stronger than it was, whether it's SEO, PPC, or Google local service ads. We're always showing up. So that's made our phones ring a lot more. Which has allowed us to hire more guys and even hire more office staff, and just has helped us grow. So it's been very helpful for us. Well, it's definitely given Paul more freedom. It's made me a little busier, but that's okay. No, I'm just joking. So yeah, we've been able to help out. We've been donating and doing different things in the community. We've been able to just really grow our business and focus on putting assets into other things and money into other things that we maybe weren't able to do as well. And so we're just becoming more of a brand. We've got enough calls now that we can fill trucks all the time, and we can put other marketing efforts towards not just the phone ringing, but becoming a household name around the area. And so that's allowed us to kind of take that next step and grow in that direction too. I would say if you're like us and you're just not getting the results that you think you should be from whatever you're doing internet marketing wise now, then Plumber SEO is a great solution for that. Like I was saying earlier, we really dominate the online presence in our area. We show up all over the place. It's made our phones ring. It's allowed us to grow. It's allowed us to hire more plumbers. It's we're not scrambling to fill trucks anymore. So it's just been really good. And so I'm saying, if you're in a position where you want to grow your business and you want to expand and you don't want to worry about filling trucks every day, Plumber SEO has been awesome for us in helping us get that. And the support that you get when you work with them is fantastic. We're always able to get in touch with somebody and get answers on what we need. So Plumber SEO has been great for us.
Awesome. So yeah, I thought it would be helpful, kind of walk you through that case study, walk you through kind of the
results ranked in the 3-pack for the most competitive terms,
at the same
the
time,
most competitive markets
from them
in the country. I'm also going to be making.
So that's the result. Again, I kind of walked you through step by step how they were able to go from 285 leads a month to 468 leads per month, how they were able to reduce their average cost per lead from $36 per lead, which is pretty good, down to $20.48. And you heard it directly from Paul. This has now given them the ability to be the dominant household player in their market, more than double their revenue, and they're continuing to grow, and they're continuing to scale and take things to the next level. So if you'd like to talk with us about doing this for you, like if you run a plumbing, HVAC, or home service company, and you're thinking, man, I'd like to get similar or possibly even better results, we'd love the opportunity to chat. You can call us at 866-610-4647 or go to plumberseo.net/schedule. There you can get to our scheduling page. What we do on those sessions we call a lead flow acceleration session. So just like we've done for Paul the Plumber, we'll look at your current website. Is it built to convert? We'll look at a list of the most commonly searched keywords in your area and see how you're coming up. And we'll look at your paid search strategy and kind of how you're set up to convert and track the leads that you get. And it's a complimentary session. You'll get value from it. You'll get the keywords from it. You'll get our feedback on how you could do things better. And we'll talk about, if it makes sense, how we could work together with you to actually do this for you. This is what we do here. We run internet marketing strategy for plumbing, HVAC, and home service companies. So if it makes sense, if you'd like some help, if you think we might be the right partner to help you take things to the next level to accomplish the goals you set out for yourself, we'd love to chat. I believe I got the link here with this video, or if you're watching this on a page, fill out the form below. Let us know a little bit about your business, where you're at, what your goals are, and let's schedule a time to talk. I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been enlightening. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we'll look forward to talking with you soon.